Hey guys, I've got something to say. I've got to talk about in this video, and a lot of people are going to hate me for this. But let me just say, Casablanca ceiling fans are kind of overrated. But overrated doesn't mean bad, though. It doesn't mean mediocre either. What I'm just saying is that they're really not the best. I mean, they used to be, but come to think about it, well, maybe second best, but come to think about it, a lot of people don't acknowledge the other fan companies that also perform like them as well. And first thing I can talk about when it comes to Casablanca fans is that sometimes they can have problems too. Despite being very well made, because of like how they're made, they can have issues like rubber flywheels warping, or the IntelliTouch boards failing, or the so-called slumber quiet ceiling fans that will sometimes stall and like not work, or they'll make buzzing sounds. I mean, there's a reason they stopped slumber quiet, or they stopped making ceiling fans with those variable speed controls in general. And which is why I consider the Slumber 3 Casablanca fans to be the best ones out of every other Casablanca group, like between that and IntelliTouch and the Slumber Quiet. And I definitely think Slumber 3 is the best. Now, but here's another reason why they're overrated. Because first off, Casablanca doesn't even really exist anymore since 2013. Because it's just Hunter. They're just Hunter fans, like literally using Hunter fan parts, with the only difference being that they have bigger motors. They have 188 motors, and well, only 172 and 188 motors. They don't have a single fan with a 153 motor. I've noticed, and their fans are still good quality, but I can't really consider it to be its own company. And it really just, and the thing is, I do not like the way Hunter designs their fans. So I think Hunter buying out Casablanca and Hunterizing their fans kind of just ruined the whole thing. Like, because of this, they had to discontinue the Victorian because they couldn't make it look like a Hunter fan, and it's just a shame. I mean, we really can't. It just seems like we can't have nice things like awesome stuff like that. Like it seems like 2010s was just an era where they decided to just stop making all the fun stuff and stuff like that. But, however, there actually are a lot of good stuff still being sold. First off, the Hunter original. Now, people might hate. I know there's going to be some people saying that ceiling fan the Hunter originals are no longer good anymore because now they're made in China, but they're actually still really good. Well, at least the post-2015 models are still the models made from 2015 and after perform pretty much identical to the American-made one, only being like 1% slower probably. Probably couldn't even tell the difference. Still really good, and I'm actually going to be getting a Hunter original when I move from my bedroom, just one in black. Right, but now I'm going to show you some other things. You're gonna be so shocked when you see this. For any of you who says that spinner motor fans could never outperform Casablanca, well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. So right here is the Gulf Coast Tiara ceiling fan, which is sold exclusively at Dance Fan City. And actually, I do have a video of this where I tested it out in Dance Fan City, and I really like this ceiling fan. This is their best model. So this fan has a 188 times 25 millimeter motor. Now, which is a spinner motor, but now if I told you guys that this fan outperformed Casablanca in CFM rating, you wouldn't believe me at all. But I'll show you for sure. But this has a 188 times 25 millimeter motor. Let's go down. Let's see. Look at the CFM rating. This is actually no joke. I tested their fans out, and it's obviously amazing. Now, if I had to guess, this is the CFM rating with the 52-inch blades on. But this is insane. Like, this blows more air than the Hunter original, even. And I can guarantee you Casablanca ceiling fans didn't have that CFM rating. But maybe I could be wrong. Maybe some of them did, but I doubt, like, the IntelliTouch fans did. I don't know if it's just me, but I think the IntelliTouch ones actually go a little bit slower. But still, this fan outperforms the Hunter original and outperforms other Casablanca fans. So, there you have it. Spinner motor fans can outperform Casablanca as well. It's possible. And you can't just judge a ceiling fan by the fact it has a spinner motor and just say it's a piece of junk before testing it out. And the worst part is some people will test it out and know how good it is, but still say it's bad. At least I think. We have, as far as I know, a lot of people do know Gulf Coast is a good fan company, but there is another fan collector, Charles S. thinks Gulf Coast ceiling fans are terrible, even though he's collected a few of them and even mentioned that they actually perform good. I don't know, probably just only likes stack motor fans. Also, he also called the Hunter Comfort Breeze a builder fan. It's not even a builder fan at all. And he was talking about like the older ones with the stack motors. That's not a builder fan at all. Builder fan is a 153 millimeter motor. Well, unless it's the Harbor Breeze Builder's Best, then it has a 172 motor. But yeah, so the CFM rating is insane. I can guarantee that's more than a Casablanca, especially considering that the Hunter Original also outperforms Casablanca ceiling fans as well, which people do understand. But see, you might think they might not make any good ceiling fans anymore, that all modern fans are terrible, but this stuff, Gulf Coast is a really good fan company. In fact, I think it's actually the best ceiling fan company ever made. Because not only do they have their fans that outperform Casablanca, but they also have really good styles. Like this is like a 90s style fan. Like this actually, funny thing is, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Casablanca California Zephyr, a little bit. And also with the sand steel finish, it also at the same time reminds me, and with the shape of that motor housing, also same time kind of reminds me of the Hampton Bay Reddington 3 as well, so, which I really like. But yeah, I'll show you another Gulf Coast fan that's actually really good as well, that has a smaller motor but still outperforms Casablanca. Alright, so here's another one that still outperforms Casablanca, and I know right now you're looking at it thinking that it's a builder fan, because it does kind of look like one, but this fan has a 188 x 20 millimeter motor. Doesn't blow as much air as the last fan I showed you, but look. It's still pretty insane. Actually, I don't know if this one outperforms Casablanca, but it goes even with them. It performs less than the Hunter Original, but not by that much. But that's still really good. And the thing is that other ceiling fans from different companies that have the same size motor actually would have a lower CFM rating. It would blow like in the 6,000 CFM range. Gulf Coast is just like really powerful in general. So that's why I think this is the best fan company, not Casablanca. And also because this company, reason I think this fan company is so great is because they just continue their ceiling fans less than other ceiling fan companies do. Like, so many of their models have been sold for so long, like the Dixie Belt, of course, and this one's been sold for a long time, since the 90s. The Renaissance has been sold for a long time, and yes, that's the only Casablanca Victorian copy still being sold, and that thing's good as well. And they still make and they still make, and other ones, they still make the Futura. They've had that one for a long time, and the Meridian, they've had that one for a really long time as well. And let me think what else. Bimini Breeze. Yeah, they had so many, like, they hardly discontinued their finishes. And the best thing is, they still make the Gulf Coast Dixie Belle in Verde and in Navajo White and in Chrome, which are ceiling fan finishes that you wouldn't see anymore from any other company. But there you go. That's why Casablanca is overrated and why Gulf Coast is better. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but guess what? If you do, your opinion doesn't matter. Losers.